Welcome to this presentation on Identity Federation, a groundbreaking approach to industry-wide digital identity management. We will explore how this innovative concept can streamline user experiences, enhance security, and drive significant cost savings across various sectors, including IoT. So first of all, why there is a need for Identity Federation? First one is a password fatigue. Users manage an average of 100 passwords, leading to an unsafe practices, including reusing the same password, less secure passwords. And the next one is security vulnerability. 61% of data breaches involve credentials, which 85% involving human elements. Next is a poor user experience. 55% of consumers abandon online purchases due to password issues. And last, there is an inefficient in onboarding. Repeated identity verification leads to increased costs for service providers. So this is where I am proposing the Identity Federation model, where you will utilize a single sign-on with a seamless access across multiple providers. So this includes 4 steps. The first one is establishing the single sign-on and then standardizing the identity attributes, for example, industry-specific verified information, and then consent management where user gives control over data sharing and consent to usage of that. Next will be industry-specific trust framework, where we define rules and standards for participation. So looking at the technical implementation, we need to first extend OAuth 2.0 scopes and define industry-specific scopes for fine-grained access control. Then we need to federate the identity providers. Institutions act as both IDP and SP for cross-provider authentication. Next is an attribute exchange protocol. So in this, we will have a way to securely share user attributes between federated members. And last but not least, we need to have a federation registry, a centralized place where the registration for participating institutions and metadata are maintained. So where can we see these applications? First one is banking sector applications. So implementing this concept of identity federation, it simplifies the account opening process. It reduces onboarding time by 80%, saving up to 1 billion annually for large banks. And then a seamless service integration, increase of cross-selling opportunities by 30% and improve the customer retention by 25%. This also enhances the fraud detection. This reduces the identity fraud by up to 90%, saving the industry an estimated 7 billion annually. And then we can also look into the same thing where we can apply this for a healthcare sector applications. For example, streamlining patient access records. Interoperable health IT systems could save the US healthcare system by 30 billion a year. And then we can also look into, in the healthcare sector, we can improve the care coordination. So especially when a patient visits multiple different facilities or healthcare providers, they can basically coordinate better through the shared health information that can reduce the hospital readmissions by 20% by reusing existing intakes and verified user information. This also reduces the administrative overhead, which can save up to 30 minutes per patient encounter by eliminating redundant data entry, identity verification process, because a user is already presented and they have their own identity federated, where data gets shared across all the healthcare sector. And then we can also do the same thing in education sector, where portable of academic credentials, especially transcript verification time, can go by 90%, saving institutions an average of $150 per student application, which they actually have to pay to get the transcripts verified. And then there is a simplified enrollment process. Basically, because we are federating the user, it increases the adult learner enrollment by 25% by removing barriers to entry and simplifying credit transfer process. And then come the secure credential sharing. This reduces hiring times by 40% and improve job matching accuracy by 30% through a secure sharing of transcripts and certifications with potential employers. So looking at the economic impact of identity federation, this could increase the GDP growth. By 2013, countries that implement this digital ID systems by around 3 to 13%. As I was mentioning earlier, healthcare savings with an annual savings for interoperable health IT systems can save up to $30 billion. So it reduces the onboarding potential risk reduction in onboarding costs for financial institutions by approximately 90% of their costs that were involved in onboarding a new customer. Then come the financial inclusion, because number of unbanked individuals who could gain access to formal financial services can use up to $1.7 billion. So what are the challenges and considerations? So the regulatory compliance is one of the biggest thing. So implementations must comply with industry-specific regulations and data protection laws. The GDPR fines total 1.3 billion euros in 2021, a seven-fold increase from the previous year. And then the security itself, 45% of the organizations reported an increase in cyber attacks in the past 12 months. Robust security measures, including multi-factor authentication and advanced threat detections, are very essential. Then comes privacy. 43% of the respondents were very or extremely concerned about the security and privacy issues. So user-centric privacy controls are crucial for building trust and encouraging the adoption. So this is where standardized industry-specific IoT standards needs to be introduced, and these challenges can slowly be addressed with working with respective agencies. And so if you look at the addressing the primary implementation challenge, the first one is a regulatory alignment. So we have to develop frameworks that inherently align with the key regulations. That this could be a country specific or a global regulation that various countries can come, because IoTs get access across the internet. So this would be very advantage if the regulatory alignment happens at a global level. Then we have to look into enhanced security measures. We have to implement advanced protocol like biometric authentication or various other type of secure authentication measures like two-factor authentications. Then we have to think in the terms of privacy by design. So incorporating privacy enhancing technologies and granular consent mechanisms should be allowed. For example, if you want to allow permissions only at very certain specific conditions, so that is where the granularity comes into picture. And then the industry collaborations is very important, because we are looking at an industry specific alignment. So fostering past partnerships to develop these interoperable standards involving various parties in the same industry in defining those interoperable standards is very crucial. Then education and awareness is also equally important, because we need to launch new initiatives to educate organizations and users to try and adapt these industry specific standards so that they becomes interoperable and they get access to the larger market across various systems. So in conclusion, the future of digital identity is definitely very good. Identity federation represents a transformative approach to digital identity management, poised to revolutionize how organizations and consumers interact across various sectors by addressing critical challenges in identity management and leveraging existing standards. It has the potential to create more efficient, secure, and user-friendly digital ecosystem. As industries continue to digitalize and integrate, identity federation standards ready to unlock substantial economic value, improve user experience, and pave the way for more integrated and user-centric digital services across entire sectors. Thank you.